Tuna fish. It's so good they named it twice.
Roommate lovers under the covers, and how long has this been going on? Asking questions with some discretion, and now what could possibly go wrong? All day long, neighbors banging on the ceiling. 'Cause all day long, yeah, this is what they're hearing.
Welcome to Roommate Lovers. This is a show where a couple gives you a couple pieces of advice. I'm Maggie, and
Which one are we doing?
I'm Kyle. He's Kyle, and he's the genius behind casting Chris Pratt as Mario.
And she's Maggie, and she's got a little bit of gunk between each one of her toes.
I'm going to the doctor about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's
Doc Foot.
I'm going to Dr. Foot.
Dr. Foot.
And Dr. Foot's going to scrape that gunk no matter how much my insurance covers it or not.
It's weird that you still go to your pediatrician.
Yeah. Well, I go to my I only go to my foot pediatrician. So I only go to my pediatrician.
Podiatrician.
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
Can I just say something to you right now?
You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to listen.
I'm so full from how delicious and rich and sweet that banana bread was that you made.
I thought you were going to thank me for the lunch I provided you. No, okay.
That banana bread was so good, and definitely like I didn't expect it to be the way that it was, but it was so good, and you did a good job.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on in a timely manner getting to this, because 2 weeks ago I said I was going to make banana bread, and you should have brought it up last week, but you didn't.
I didn't, and that's my cross to bear. But
yes, someone in fact had to bring it up to you. Yes,
a listener.
Yes,
had to bring it up.
Thank you, Room Rats.
Thank you, Room Rats.
So yes, I said I was going to make it, and I didn't. To be honest, I meant to.
Yeah, but you didn't. So what? I was using my imagination when I ate
next
it.
Week.
Okay, I thought there was something weird about the walnuts because they weren't there, and neither was the bread. Yeah.
What about the walnuts?
In the banana bread that is not real.
Oh, you put walnuts in it?
Doesn't it normally have?
Oh, I think you can, but you know what? I'm not going to say if I'm using walnuts or not.
Okay.
I want this to be a surprise.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't think you should say if you're going to even make it or not, and that should be a surprise.
Look, I legit am planning to make it. First of all.
Okay, planning to.
But we don't have the pan. And
this old chestnut, or should I say walnut?
You also threw out the bananas that I put in the freezer like 15 months ago.
I also realized I was in the wrong. Listen, I'll be the first to say, apparently, everyone else in the entire world puts bananas in the freezer, and I don't.
Yeah.
And it's normal, and I'm sorry.
You had a sad life. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You had a sad life.
Yeah.
That's your whole comeback. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just thinking about it, and it was making me sad.
Okay, well, speaking of making you sad, why don't we continue this show and get to some questions?
I'd love to be made sad by this show.
Okay.
How can I keep a coat in a trunk from getting messed up?
Great question. Great start. This is a great first question.
Thank you, Kyle. I want to keep a spare coat in my car trunk in case my date gets cold.
Okay.
I don't want it to get dirty or crumpled up. What can I do? So far, all I thought of was hang it on a hook in the car. But that will block a window.
Yeah, true.
And roll it up and stick it in a duffel bag. But I don't know if that'll keep it from getting crumpled up.
Okay, hang on. So, this is a perfect question.
Yeah, no notes.
No notes. But my first thought was, roll it up, put it in a bag. So they're worried about it getting crumpled up. But to be honest, if you have a date in the car and you're like, hey, I have a jacket in my trunk I can give you, I don't think they're going into this expecting like a 4-star jacket to come up like
you're
crisp
so
and
right.
clean.
And you're so right.
This is a trunk jacket.
But this person must be one of the fanciest people I've ever known because they're like, I don't want this jacket that I'm never even going to wear to get even one crumple on it for a potential date that may or may not. Who has a jacket fancy enough that they can go in the trunk of their car for an imaginary date?
Well, I just recently put some jackets in my car because I get off work all the time and I'm stuck in my work clothes. And I'm like, I should put a freaking hoodie in my car. A freaking hoodie. I censored myself last second.
A freaking
hoodie.
Bitch,
in
damn
my
it.
car.
Oh, no.
Whoa, Maggie. We don't say that.
No.
But so I did. And so
Okay.
but I haven't come up with a good system yet. I think putting it in any sort of bag, paper bag, duffel bag, backpack.
Paper bag, Kyle? Did you want to go back and address the paper bag
No,
thing
there's
you
just
said?
a paper bag is a great place to store clothes.
So
Why?
you're gonna put in your trunk. You're gonna have a paper bag with jackets in for dates. Hey,
Not
oh baby,
for-
I'm a little cold. I'm a little cold.
First of all,
Here, let me get on this paper bag. Grab any of those jackets in there. They're gonna be just fine.
oh, thank you so much. I don't care. Wow, that worked out against you.
You're
actually.
right. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Look, here's the thing: is if the date is cold, I'm not picturing that me being like, "Hey, let's both get out of the car and walk around to the trunk," or if you're in the UK, the boot of the car, and I'll get you the jacket. Like I would walk out, and she wouldn't know what it's coming out of. It could come out of a horse's butt back there, and she
You'd
wouldn't
be
even
like,
know.
"Hey, I got a surprise for you. Close your eyes." And then it doesn't matter where it
doesn't
is.
matter.
And then have her keep her eyes closed so that she doesn't see if there's crumples or not.
That's a good point. Look, like I think this person is mostly they're not they're not worried about it getting crumpled. I think they're feeling embarrassed if she or he sees it has crumples on it.
Okay, what if it is like a beautiful linen blazer? You know, like it's like something
Those
that's
get crumpled easy.
It's get crumpled easy. Is there a way? Is this doable to not block a window where we could have a?
Oh, I'm just driving my car, and oh my goodness, is that Mad Max Fury Road behind me? Oh no! I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to take your water.
Can I have a jacket? What?
Oh yeah, let me just pull over. Hang
No,
on.
give me my water. You took my water.
Okay, hang on. It's all in a duffel bag in my trunk. Hang on.
Flamethrow base.
Whoa! I've been Aunt Brood and Uncle Owen.
We never talked about this on the podcast. How is Luke Skywalker sure that the skeletons outside of his house are in fact Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen? What if those are two stormtrooper skeletons
That's a
and
great
they're
point.
totally fine and they got like a flamethrower down there in the little Tatooine house?
That's a great point.
And he runs away and they're like, where the fuck is Luke?
I mean, I think that's a great point. I didn't see like any dog tags on him or anything like
No.
that. They were pretty scarred.
I didn't see their Tatooine issued dog tags
Yeah.
that all Tatooine citizens must legally
So
wear.
if you're not familiar, we're talking about the 1977 hit film Star Wars.
A New
later
Hope.
later titled Star
Later,
Wars: A
yeah.
New Hope, Episode 4. In it, Luke's uncle and aunt get fried to a little crisp,
Yeah.
much like Mad Max Fury Road did to that flashback.
Yeah.
And we're wondering how.
How?
So if you're just joining us,
Please answer. Please tell us. Please give us your. We'll take the answer off air, George Lucas. Thank you.
yes, I think he assumed, and I think that's dangerous. I think Luke does a lot of
Assuming.
a lot of assuming.
A lot of
Yeah.
whining, a lot of assuming, and a lot of fighting crime.
You know what? I used to bullseye womp rats like that back home. That's not much bigger than those.
Dude, a womp rat must be the hugest thing.
I think they are.
All right, next question.
On some of the old episodes of The Price is Right from the 1970s, why did the women seem more naturally attractive?
Because that's what you're attracted to, I guess.
guess that's
I
what
don't
you're-
think it was like a
You're
thing. I
You're
don't-
specifically attracted to women from the 70s from
the Price
audience
is-
members of The Price is Right.
I think you like flare pants, is what it is, and big hair and hairy armpits.
I mean,
and
don't we all?
Yeah.
Why are people so rude at the airport?
Oh.
Accidentally bumped my bag into another bag because they had their huge bag on the seat at the airport bar. And instinctively I said, "Oh, sorry," and helped them put the bag on the seat. And they obviously gave me a dirty look and said, "I got it, thanks." All rude like.
What?
I'm a 28-year-old female and I don't think I look that threatening. What is up with that? Why are people rude at the airport?
Because the airport is the most stressful place that you could possibly physically be. I'm not defending this person who was being an asshole to you. It seems like you made a mistake. You owned up to it. You even tried to help solve it, and they were a dick. And that is not okay. And they should know better.
So why are people rude at the airport? Like,
Well,
let's dive into this.
We travel a lot, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people in our circles travel a lot.
And boy, are my arms tired.
But I think a lot of people, it's a big deal taking a flight, and it's really scary. Like, I think most people at the airport are not like frequent
So what?
flyers.
I feel like you're shitting on people who travel less than us.
Whoa!
You're like it's a
Shitting?
big deal.
How dare you?
I don't think it has anything to do with how frequent or not frequent.
I do
they
because
it.
I think
Okay.
when I started traveling more, it started being less freaky and less stressful to go to the airport.
Okay.
Now I like have my system. I get there like X amount of time before,
Okay.
depending when I'm going. I know what sandwich
guess
I'm going to
that
bring.
makes sense.
Like, but if you don't travel all that much, or maybe even if you do and you just don't have as good of a
Yeah.
system, I am absolutely not shitting on anyone, and I resent that you are saying that I am.
Okay.
I'm just
Proceed.
saying it's very stressful being at the airport, and like.
But why?
What do you mean why? Because if you missed your flight, because it's super expensive, because you're starving and it's super expensive to buy a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Because if you go to the bathroom right now, you might miss some super announcement that they're going to make about like, actually the plane is leaving now.
Yeah.
Or you might get delayed, or you have been delayed, or someone's coughing near you and you can't leave. Like it's so stressful.
I think it's an expensive thing for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's also you get a bunch of people like in like a tight space and you like have a bunch of rules. It's like you go through security, you have to
Yes.
take your shoes, your belt, whatever. It's like you
It's
take 'em off,
uncomfortable.
and then you're like, go wait over here, but make sure you're close enough to this little window here, but there's no seats. You know, so
And
it's
for
all
what?
that.
To get put into a metal tube and shot into space, terrifying.
But it's the same. I mean, we've talked about this before. I always think when I'm feeling bad about it, because we've all been there. Then like sometimes that thought crosses my mind of like, oh, like I'm going from Chicago to L.A. This is something that would have taken like
Never been
people 100 years
possible.
ago. Like
Yeah.
it would have been like maybe never see you again.
Wow, Kyle, I
because
can't
you
believe
might
I can't believe
die.
you're shitting on people in the past for not being frequent flyers.
I'm not shitting on people.
Wow,
from the
I
past.
can't believe you would deign to do that.
I'm
Wow, you
dating.
think you're better than them just because you can fly
Yeah.
from LA to Chicago?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just saying, there's that thing of like, you know, airport travel is so convenient
Yeah.
in one sense because like you can get so far so fast. Because the opposite side of this is sometimes you have people who like lose their mind because their flight's like delayed a couple hours.
Yes. Oh yeah. No.
Because that's a different thing.
Yes. No perspective.
And yeah, it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's annoying. I've been there. It's annoying to have to wait around like 3 more hours. It's a pain. But at the same time, it's like, well, I'm getting all the way fucking to New York.
Yeah.
Sorry, Freaking to New York.
Freaking to New York, motherfucker. Damn it. Oh shit.
You're messing that
Keep
up.
messing it up.
Yeah, I think it's just your there's also not anything else to do but
Yeah.
to get mad. It's like how you know, you don't have enough to do. You're just like waiting around.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't be comfortable, so it's just like you just getting mad is the easier option.
So much easier to get mad. In life, it's easier to get mad, and that's why we're telling you folks, take the harder route.
Take the harder route not traveled. It's like
Be nice and be cool, man.
Be nice and be cool.
Just be cool.
Don't
Your
be a
flight's
fool.
delayed. Be cool. Be nice about it. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
It's all hey, we're
We're walking here.
landlords. We're walking here.
We're
What did we
scritching.
say?
I don't know. I lost track of it.
Okay, let's get to another question.
Okay. Why couldn't Woody from Toy Story remember his character's past?
True.
In Toy Story, Buzz didn't just remember his character's past. He believed he was his character. Why couldn't Woody or any other toys with stories remember theirs?
This is a great question, right? So Buzz shows up and he thinks he's a space ranger.
Yeah, he's so sure he is Buzz Lightyear.
He's confident of his backstory, but none of the other toys seem to.
No.
The other toys seem to have, like they have like memories. Like I feel like they have like tendencies of like, oh, if you're a dinosaur, you have like weird like dinosaur traits and
sure,
stuff.
long neck,
No,
tiny
like
arms.
like emotional responses. You know, like
Right.
there's things that are ingrained in them that
Rex
are specific.
from Toy Story is famously brave and scary like a T-Rex.
Okay, Mr. Potato Head. I don't know.
What were you going to say about Mr. Potato Head? That's super on the nose for a potato head.
He likes other potatoes. That's ingrained in him. Mr. Potato likes Miss Potato Head.
That's true.
So that's something that seems like it was indoctrinated in his plastic DNA.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that there's something there, but none of the other toys
Have like
seem to have that backstory thing. Is it because Buzz is the newest? Maybe.
Yeah. Is it because he's got Wi-Fi or something?
He's got- no, this was 1996. I don't think he had
No,
Wi-Fi.
they didn't have
He did
Wi-Fi.
have batteries.
Okay. So did Woody though, right? I mean, he's got to have some batteries in there if he's going, there's a snake
Yeah, you're
in
right.
my bu-"
Yeah, you
See,
must
the
be
thing
right.
with Woody, I think that is different than the other toys,
Uh-huh.
is Woody does have like a show and a story.
Woody?
Where I don't think, yeah, like Woody. He like
Woody?
Woody's Roundup. Come on,
Yes,
like
that's
Woody's
right.
Roundup. There's Jesse. There's all these people that are like part of the lore. I
Uh-huh.
don't think Rex has lore. I don't think Mr. Potato Head has lore. But Woody, just like Buzz, has lore.
But he doesn't remember it, or
No.
he's already moved past it.
No, I don't think he remembers. I don't think
Because he never said like, "Hey, I used to be like you."
He never says actually. Whoa, there's a snake in my boot.
What would you do if you had a snake in your boot? Take it off.
Take my boot off, probably.
Yeah.
Well, did I put it there on purpose? Like, is it a good snake? Like a good buddy? Is it a good
That's
buddy?
true. I mean, I think it's just I think Buzz is a newer toy, and I think they make toys differently in 1996. I think because or some of the because Zurg, right, the bad guy, Zurg, right, isn't that
the
his
evil
name?
Emperor Zurg.
He also thinks he is. I think so. There's something
What?
going on. Doesn't he also? He thinks he's like
What?
the Emperor, and he's trying to kill Buzz. I think in the second
what?
one.
I don't remember that at
You
all.
don't remember that?
The second one is Woody. Zurg isn't in it.
Zurg is in it.
No.
Yeah, he shows up because they go to the buy-in lots or whatever. Big buy-in lots.
Big lots.
Big lots. And Zurg
And Zurg is there and he tries to
escapes and he
kill him.
chases Buzz.
Oh, you know what else happens? All the Buzz Lightyears think they're Buzz
yes,
Lightyear.
exactly.
So it's definitely a malfunction.
Is it a
It's definitely
malfunction or are they
a
making toys differently?
Oh.
Or maybe Buzz just had too good of a story.
Yeah. Maybe Woody's was like, maybe he woke up, after he's made, they paint his little rosy cheeks on. He wakes up and he goes, oh no, I'm going to be a toy
I'ma be a
instead
toy."
of cowboy. All we have is beans.
Woody's from like the 60s, right?
Yeah.
Psychedelic? Drugs?
He forgot. When toys are made in the Toy Story universe,
Yeah.
are they like a robot where they're like fully formed personalities immediately? Or is there a time where Woody was like a baby but in Woody's body and he's like,
That's a great point.
I don't know.
Goo goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga.
Where's my hat? That's a great point.
Scary, honestly.
We're going to have to talk to Pixar about this one.
Okay.
Maggie,
We'll take our answer off the air.
We'll
Pixar.
take our answer off the air if we are proved wrong. Let's get to some trivia.
I know what that sound means. It's time for Kyle to humiliate me.
Okay, so I was listening to this podcast, Mall Walkin'. Matt Gorley's on it, who we love from Conan's show.
Love you, Gorley.
But so the premise of the show is exactly what it sounds like, and I'm going to explain it anyways.
It's where. Let me guess.
Okay.
So you are with the character Darth Maul from the Star Wars
Okay,
prequels,
yeah,
and also the show
keep
Clone
going.
Wars, and also
Yep.
the show Rebels.
Yep, keep going.
And you kind of go out to like a
Yeah,
different area that he wants to. Maybe
Yeah.
one on Dathomir, maybe one on Mandalore.
yeah.
This is, of course,
Impressed.
before it's nuked to
Yep,
shit, like
yep,
from
yep.
the show Mandalorian. And
Yep.
you're just like out there walking around with him, and you're like mall walking.
Yes. Ooh, so close.
Dang
You had it right
it.
up until the end.
Okay.
Everything before the mall walking was it. So,
Okay.
so they go to malls, they walk around. That's pretty much it. But I learned some trivia from it that I wanted to ask you. Okay?
Ooh, stealing from another podcast yet again.
Well, they didn't do trivia. They said it. I
Wow.
mean, that's like
You
saying.
mean so you learned information and but you just called it trivia?
Well, I learned information and I
now-
turned it into a trivia
Great,
question.
great.
I mean, that's like being like, oh, you went and read a book and now you learned something and now you're stealing it.
How could you?
If that's the case, then every trivia I've ever done
Then
is
school
stolen
is
because
plagiarism.
it's not like I just thought of every question I did like out of thin air of like, what blurp blop is the color of Doomendar?
Seven.
Yeah, exactly right, Maggie.
Yep.
Okay, here's the trivia that I apparently stole.
Cool.
It wasn't a trivia question. They said it. And,
They
and I thought
said
was
it, and you
interesting.
learned information. The reason I said that is the way you said it was, and I learned some trivia, which I feel like is not a sentence no one says. My darling wife, I learned some trivia today. Did you know the sky is blue?
So is trivia just a question, or trivia
No.
also is just like it's a fact?
See, I think the sentence you said is not inherently wrong. It's just no one says that.
But is it so? Trivia is just like, oh, I learned some trivia today. Jayhawks are blue.
Wow, we're learning a lot of blue-based
I
trivia
don't know.
today.
But that would be trivia, though.
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, I think you could say you learned some trivia today.
Okay. Where was the first true Panda Express? Was it Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois?
No.
Glendale Galleria, Glendale, California.
No.
Old Orchard Mall, Skokie, Illinois. Or Santa Monica Place, Santa Monica, California.
I love all these malls.
We're going to find out after this break.
This episode is brought to you by Restaurants Apps. Get the points? Get 10 of them today. Restaurant app.
Do you got a bunch of blank cassette tapes laying around and you don't know what to put on them? Hey, guess what? I'm Tommy Blankson. And I got everything you can put on a blank tape. Listen, watch here. Boom bop. You can put that on a tape. What about this? Skip, 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 tuna. See, you can put anything on a tape you want, and I got endless ideas. How about this gem of a one? Old lady, dead on the ground. Oh my goodness, we got hits for days here. We got blank tapes, and send them our way. We'll put anything you want. What about this classic song? Hey, hey, stuffed peppers. Whoa, that one's going to be all you can think about. That's right, I'm Tommy Blank Tapes, and I love you.
That's maybe my favorite movie. Okay, man.
We got these special soda waters here.
Yeah, we got a
This
seltzer.
is not interesting.
No, it's nothing.
I saw
Abort.
it, so I said it.
Yeah, sometimes Kyle just sees things, like a child, and he'll just say, like, bottle,
Ghost!
go. What?
What was the deal with that podcast witch? So you didn't want the podcast witch to show up.
I think she kills bad podcasters, so I was scared. Wasn't that what
You
she
brought her up, so I
brought her up?
I
That
thought
doesn't
there was going to
mean-
be more. Anyways.
I know, I could tell. I felt like she came to be, when I listened back, because of course I wasn't there. I was in the ether world or something, the celestial plane. When I listened back, it seemed like she was really reluctant to show up at all.
Well, I
Maybe
thought
she
you were
was-
setting something
Maybe
up.
she was just content to be sort of the scary concept we could bring up, and then
Okay,
she
well,
felt like she was pulled into
You
existence.
should have had a button to it or something. Maybe.
a button. I wasn't there. I was in the celestial
All right.
or
Okay, so
astral
Whitfield
plane.
Mall in Schaumburg.
Oh my God, one of my
Illinois,
favorite malls.
Glendale Galleria in Glendale, California.
I go there like every single
Old
week.
Orchard Mall, Skokie, Illinois.
Probably my
or
favorite
Santa
mall.
Monica Place in Santa Monica,
Okay,
California.
God, wow. I want it to be
The
in
first
Illinois so bad.
Panda Express.
I'm going to say I really want it to be in Illinois so
The
bad.
first true Panda Express.
Old Orchard Mall is the best. It does get a shout out in Mean Girls, although they did not film it actually there because Old Orchard Mall is definitely an outdoor mall. And the mall that Katie Heron sees everybody go crazy and turn into animals is an indoor mall. So not Old Orchard. And nice try, Tina Fey, you liar.
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 Liar. Witch.
Woodfield Mall
Witch.
is a great mall. It's got an IKEA right there. I used to do comedy shows inside that mall.
You don't need to name all of the malls
Glendale
right now.
Galleria is where I go to my gym. Shout out to Gold's Gym. That's where I'm going today, maybe later. I have to get my friend's birthday drink, so might not.
Okay, can you just guess?
I just have no concept for how old these malls are. Or Panda.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna
so you see, when
say-
you give me a trivia question, I just guess. Even if I don't hear it, I just guess because this is a show.
I'm going to say the Galleria.
Yes. So Panda Express started
Wow.
in Pasadena
No.
first, but it wasn't called Panda Express.
It was called-
They had I think it was Panda Inn or something.
Okay.
And so they did that. Then they had a second location in Glendale too. And
Wow.
then the guy was the people who owned Panda were friends with the guy who owned Glendale Galleria, and they worked out a deal to bring it in there, and that was the
Bro.
first true Panda Express.
Is there
'cause it
still a
was actually
Panda
called
in the
Express.
gallery? I don't remember.
There's two in the Galleria.
Oh my God.
That's- I don't know which one's
there's one
which.
literally across from
Yeah, there's one by
my
the gym
Yeah.
that you go to, and then there's one in like the more traditional food court,
Yeah.
which I think is newer. So it must be that one by the gym.
Yeah, I have no idea. No, it's gotta be the food court one. Come on.
No, that one's newer. I'm pretty sure.
You don't know anything.
Okay, this is all.
That's
That's
so
a mall
cool.
right here in.
I've been
LA,
loving
in
Panda
Glendale.
lately. Been eating a lot of Panda Express.
Yeah. Man, our wedding is coming up very
It's
soon.
really soon. And you know what? Oh, go ahead. You go.
No, that's all I got. No,
Oh.
our wedding is coming up super soon.
I
It's,
know.
It's getting scary,
I'm getting scared. We really
Less
have
than
to get our
90
shit
days.
together. No.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I just booked my bachelor party.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen anything about this. I wanted
No.
to tell you some details. So I'm doing like a 3-night bachelor party thing, like a cabin
It's Cabin in the Woods,
in
right?
the woods type of thing, like by a lake outside of LA.
This I knew.
Stop
this I all
by,
knew.
folks.
What?
Everyone,
Okay.
it's 1, 2, 3, lake. No, but so So my good old best man Ryan, no, he helped me find it.
Wow.
And, but I wanted to tell you, so it looks really cool. But one of the details that really cinched it for us, is downstairs.
Yes.
It has 2 arcade machines.
Yes.
One of them being an NBA Jam machine where 4 people could play at the same time.
Whoa.
So cool.
That's super cool.
So sick.
Wow. Yeah, having a lot of players at once is perfect.
Yeah.
What's the other arcade game?
I think it's a Pac-Man one.
Oh, cool.
So I'm
I like
not
a
as
Pac-Man.
into that. But it's still just cool to have. I think there's a pool table too. So like,
Wow. Party.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do like just like a casual hang. Might play some D&D. Might bring a Nintendo system or 2. It'll be fun.
It'll be so good.
What are you gonna
I
do?
want to go. Mine is going to be a rager.
Wow, Maggie.
I have an Airbnb for one night
Okay.
in the desert. The theme of my bachelorette party is bachelorette party like it's 1999.
What? That's your theme?
Yeah, so it's
That's
gonna be
great.
like 90s crazy fun stuff. My brothers are coming.
I have some Pokemon cards from $9.99. I remember I went to the mall and I was like, I gotta get something on this special day, and so I bought Pokemon cards from $9.99.
Do you remember what they were?
Well, I they were not like the traditional Pokemon cards. They were the ones with like the larger graphic art, where it was
Right.
like the weird ones
They're
that
like
aren't as cool.
more.
honestly.
Yeah, well, they're cool. I like those.
So I got a
They're
pack
not
of
like
those.
They're like. There's Pokemon cards. We all know what that means, and these are
Yeah.
just cards that have Pokemon on
Yeah.
them. Like they're not Pokemon.
So I don't know if I still have them in the pack because I did save the pack for a long time, but I can't picture it at my Moz right now, so I don't know.
I actually love those kind of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I have some of the. I feel like I have a really cool Gengar one.
Okay, so your brothers are coming.
My
Sorry,
brother's
I
coming.
interrupted
My
you.
party is coming. It's gonna be a good time.
My brothers are coming. My party's coming. It's
I
gonna be a
know.
good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
What?
We're doing co-ed, which I like.
Yeah,
our
for sure.
our parties.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of the
Mixed.
party is both. Like they're for both of us.
Mixed.
It's a mixed.
So what are
vibe.
you gonna do at yours?
There's a party. There's a hot tub. There's
Whoa.
There's a bunch of cool stuff to do at the Airbnb, and
Sheesh.
we're gonna like watch movies and stuff, and drink Zima.
Wow. What movie would you pick? I mean, that's a tough choice. Would you pick
I know.
something from
I know.
1999?
I know what I want to watch.
What?
I'm not
You
gonna.
want to say
I
it?
don't,
Okay,
no, I don't
okay,
wanna say it. I don't wanna say
okay,
it.
fine.
I know what's
fine.
happening.
I'm sorry for trying to get to know you.
Yeah, I don't want you to
I'm
know
sorry.
me. I
I'm
don't want you
sorry.
to know me.
I'm sorry. Woman spraying.
spaying and neutering cat
No.
before my very eyes.
But this is just as weird. Woman spraying Raid / wiping all the machines
God.
with Raid in apartment
oh my
laundry
God.
room. I live in an apartment complex with a shared laundry room. I was just in there doing my laundry, and this woman comes in and starts aggressively spraying the whole room with Raid. All the surfaces and in the air, like the whole can.
What?
There are no windows or anything. It's not well ventilated. She gets a rag, sprays the rag
Oh
right
my
on the
God.
rag, and starts wiping out all the washers and dryers with it. I have asthma and I have to leave the room. I tried to ask her if she could not do that, and she ignored me. Now the whole laundry room
Ignored you?
reeks. I also don't want all of our laundry baked in Raid
Oh my
every time I use the
God.
dryer. What should I do?
I don't know if it's good news, but she'll be dead soon. So
What
I
is that?
almost said the good news, but it's bad news. But she'll be dead any day now.
That's too much Raid.
She's got raid lung for sure.
And it is so presumptuous to
Oh
just
my gosh.
spread it all over the laundry room that you share. So Raid is to get rid of insects, right? That's the whole
cockroaches,
thing.
I assume, is what
Cockroaches
she's
and
worrying
stuff.
about.
It's not. I mean, she's obviously got some sort
Wow.
of fear because it doesn't sound like she
Oh
has
my
to do
goodness.
this.
Yeah.
Sounds like maybe she saw one once and she's freaked out.
I told you that in our back in our apartment days when we No!
No, Maggie.
We did not have
That
an
is-
apartment.
You did not have an apartment. Your Honor, out of order. She's out of order. This whole courtroom's out of
I
order.
hold myself in
I
contempt of the
hold myself in a contempt.
I mean, it's
Wrong sound
It's
effect.
so annoying to explain this every time, but the soundboard, like you have to like move pages and
We
like
don't
the
have to
buttons aren't
explain it.
labeled, so we push the wrong one like 50% of the time.
I pushed the wrong one.
But I was down there doing laundry and there was a huge just rat like ran across.
No, rat!
I reject your
I
ridiculous
reject the rat!
proposal.
A rat ran across?
And I'm not too scared. We were like moving soon, and I wasn't
Okay.
too scared of it. But it hid in the wall, but half its body was still sticking out. Like it really thought it was hiding. Yeah, no,
I'm just listening to my favorite podcast.
I see you there, rat. I see you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, your ass is hanging out of the
You
wall.
see
still.
me, but you're Maggie Smith of the Remain Lovers podcast.
You must be a real
Oh, I'm a little room rat, and I'm here to say I love your podcast. It's okay.
Yay!
Yes. Oh, please, ma'am, do you have some cheese?
Well, oh no, I don't have cheese. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, well, then maybe I could bother you for a spot of dollar.
Sure. Here's a spot of dollar.
Thank you. Hey, I think Kyle's the funniest host. Bye.
What? No, wait, come back. So that went down.
That went down.
Yeah. I hate this. I hate that this person is spraying Raid. This reminds me, I don't know, just it's a carcinogen. It's a chemical, right? Like it's for sure not good to breathe in that much, and you're making everybody else breathe it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it would be one thing if you sprayed a little bit, but doing that much is too crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm on her side. So
I can't believe she ignored you. That's the thing that I can't get.
Yeah.
Can you not? I have asthma and I can't breathe or come down here anymore. Ignore.
Well, she's clearly has some sort of problem.
Phobia.
Yeah. She's off the rocker.
Oh man.
Off the rocker.
Man, you turned me against Raid. I used to like to spray.
You used to use Raid a bunch?
It wasn't Raid, but I had this like squirt bottle that was slightly more natural, but definitely a chemical to get spiders and shit out of my apartment.
Oh, it was a fear. A fear.
To get centipedes, especially. Those
guys are fine.
Jabronis. No, they're not. Our friend.
Yes.
You know the one.
What, Mariah?
She is not. Oh, that's her name?
Yes. I mean, she's been on the podcast. You could say her name.
Okay. Oh, right. That's where I know her from.
It's not like this is like something
That's where I know her from. Our friend Mariah has absolutely no. She loves insects and
she loves animals.
Animals in general, including insects, including terrifying, terrible insects.
Yes.
And if there's like a centipede, like a house centipede, she'll just pick it up and hold it in her hand, and then go take it outside, like in her bare hands.
I mean, she's like a an animal wrangler.
I guess.
That's just how it goes.
It makes me admire and fear her as a person.
We need a button. How do we get out of here?
Maybe another question?
No, I don't want a question.
We're done?
Do we have a good question?
We're done already?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Okay, minimum required length to be considered a song.
Okay.
Might be using a search engine
This is
wrong.
a question. It's hard to tell from Maggie's inflection, but this is a question. She just sort of started saying something. Go ahead, Maggie.
Minimum required length to be a song.
The question is, what is the minimum required length to be considered a song?
Okay, it can't be like just 1 second, right? Da-da. What's the McDonald's ba-da-ba-ba-ba? Count how long
That's
that
a jingle.
But is a jingle a song?
No. It's a jingle.
Okay, but a jingle is a kind of a song. Everyone would agree.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is this a song? You get a line and I'll get a pull, honey. You get a line and I'll get a pull, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pull, and we'll both go swimming in the crawdad hole. Honey, oh baby, be mine. That feels like a song.
This song kills me when you...
Was that like 12 seconds?
That's definitely a song. You mean like that's the whole song?
It feels like it could be.
It is.
12 seconds.
That song, tell us the story of that song.
Oh, well,
because you introduced me to this song.
My uncle Norm used to not like to sing at all, but like sometimes, my aunt would be like, "Oh, sing," and like very rarely, like if she ever like coerced him to sing, she'd be like, "You have such a good voice,"
sing.
And that was the song he would sing every time. Here we go. You get a line and I'll get a pull, honey. You get a line and I'll get a pull, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pull. We'll both go fishing the crawdad hole. Oh, honey, oh, baby, be mine.
The podcast is over. We're not doing it anymore.
So true, guys. So true. Hey, if you're this is a podcast we do a couple pieces of
advice. Let us know what you think about the new intro in the comments.
I love it.
Kyle made
makes
me
me laugh
do it.
every time.
That's why I do it. That's why I do this.
Hey, if you want to send us a question, we would love to have them. You can send us anonymous questions or leave a voicemail.
Send us those ones you find on the interweb.
Yeah, all that can be found in this podcast episode description below or at makeitupmedia.com/roommates.
We would just love your support on Patreon, folks. Let me tell you right now why. Because it takes time, money, and effort to do this podcast.
You get a line and I'll get a pull,
honey, babe. So anything you can do monthly would be wonderful.
That'd be
as
so
low
true.
as $2 a month. Think about that.
Think about it.
$2 a month.
I'm thinking.
With inflation, that's basically negative money at this point.
Yes.
It's like pennies.
You've cost us money.
You've cost us money.
You've cost your dead weight. What are we saying? Hey, another great way to support the show is to tell a friend.
Tell a friend, tell a mommy.
Tell a mommy, tell a daddy. Tell a whoozy, tells a hazzy.
When you hear the word daddy now, do you just think about Pedro Pascal and the whole meme of Pedro Pascal?
No.
That's all I think about.
Okay.
I don't think of my own father or any other fathers. I just picture Pedro's little face.
You started
smiling.
watching Last of Us.
I'm too
finally.
scared to watch it. I
good.
didn't like it.
All right. Thank you so much to all you Vermats out there. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Boy Meets Robot for this awesome music. I'm Kyle.
I'm Maggie. Don't at me about Last of Us. And also go for a walk.
This is what they're hearing. La-da-ba-da, yeah. La-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, yeah. You know that you can talk to me. Yeah, you can talk to me.
Golf clubs. These are just clubs with a little thing at the end.
That's it. Bye-bye.